has to come, and in case the government wants to bring about the intention as part of the law, it has to be prospective. It should not be retrospective, by which even the person, it's like it sends a message like this: you are going on appeal, let us fight it out. Oh, you are winning, here also you are winning, ultimately you have won, now I will amend the law and I will win and nullify your decision. So that will not send a positive signal. Then second component is implementation. Implementation has to be assessee friendly. Artificial high demands should be avoided. So that is the second component. Third component is the compliance culture also should increase, should change. The tendency to have tax-free income should come down, because today Indian tax rates are very competitive, comparable. Even US is 40%, 50% as compared to the 30% we have. In the DTC, even foreign companies will be taxed at 30% with branch profit tax of 15%. Domestic company 30% with the dividend distribution of 15%. While branch profit tax is mandatory, automatic, whereas dividend distribution is only in the event of your declaring dividend, distributing dividend. So therefore, the tax rates are quite competitive, so the compliance culture has to increase. In fact, I remember Dr. Kelkar, who was assigned the responsibility of making recommendations for tax reforms. After touring the whole country, he was sharing with me that, the cultural differences even within the country is so divergent, so apparent. He was telling when the team visited Delhi, they were more concerned about the exemptions and deductions. When the team went to Ahmedabad, they were more concerned about HUF and trusts, the taxability. And when they went to Chennai, it was more about interpretation of statutes. When they were in Bangalore, it was more about export of services. When they went to Calcutta, their concern was more about carry forward of losses and set off of losses. And when they went to Mumbai, they said, any tax you levy, we are willing to pay, but don't ask any questions. That was their attitude. So in such a drastic, divergent scenario of cultural differences, I think we can unite India in terms of being the change agents in facilitating the clients to present their net worth, real net worth in their financial statements, and improve their credit worthiness. And in the process, the overall, and I think GST will facilitate that to happen. And with the DTC being complied with, I think it will be an excellent scenario. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the utilization aspect. Policy may be good, implementation may be fine, culture can change, but ultimate influence factor could be the taxpayers' money which is collected, is it effectively plowed back for the growth of the country, for the economy, or not? That has to be demonstratively proved by the government. Only in that scenario, even in McDowell's case, Justice Chinnappa Reddy quoted Justice Holmes. He said, Justice Holmes said, you pay taxes to buy civilization. And therefore, any tax avoidance through colorable device is also at par with tax evasion. It is illegal, unethical, immoral. But later, in Arvind Narottam's case, Justice Subhayashi Mukherjee said, no doubt, Justice Holmes said you pay taxes to buy civilization. But is in this country, an ordinary citizen is asking the question, am I buying civilization by paying taxes, or am I facilitating those who are in power to use it for ostentation or unproductive expenditure? And he concludes by saying, unless the government demonstratively uses the taxpayers' money for the growth of this nation, no amount of moral sermons will motivate a taxpayer to voluntarily, fully come forward and pay the taxes. So therefore, that message has to be sent from the government to the public, infusing faith and confidence. The prosecution, the stick approach should be for the minority who violate the laws, not for the general taxpayer. And nobody should be above the tax. Our illustrious past president B.P. Rao, I entered and he was talking about integrity and polity of this country. Ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me, India is an excellent nation. The people are so dynamic. While American population is stagnating, European population is declining, Chinese population is aging, it is only the Indian population which is young. We have the demographic advantage not just in terms of the age. We have the technological skills, linguistic skills, managerial skills, and professional skills. In fact, the rest of the world can be serviced by India because that is the human hub and talent that we have evolved. We have excellent people. Whether this demographic is going to be producing dividend or is it going to become a disaster will depend on how the direction and the goals and the path is laid by the leaders. You have excellent people,